But I don't believe this one between Kigo and Haddock is happening.
Alright, we have started the race. Best
And
of
off
luck
they
to the
go.
two runners. First
And
two
as
worlds.
always, these first couple of worlds pretty straightforward. Trying to get into the warp barrels as fast as possible so that we can get into World 3 and pretty much the rest of the game. Definitely not no tech involved, but
Can get a good idea of each of their strat preferences based on how they handle this level. They both
yeah,
go
I was going
for
to call it
main
their
brace
comfort
wrong warp.
levels. Both of them
and
going for
both
the wrong
land
warp.
it.
They both get it, so. No luck jaw. Into the locker.
Yeah, Ape not even going for it, which I don't think is unreasonable.
No, definitely, catches him up a little bit, even. Versus cryptonberry.
I'm going for a little bit of a slow Kong swap there.
Alright, so yeah, Krypton going for top sail, Chainsaw not. So again, you can kind of get a general idea of what their playstyle is going to be based on that. The top sail wrong warp is harder than the main brace one. So the fact that he went for main brace and not top sail looks like he's going at about average aggressiveness.
Do you think top sail is the hardest wrong warp in the game to set up?
I don't think so, but a lot of people do, and I can see why. You got to learn how to do the snake double jump, which is a pretty precise frame window. You got to do this weird beetle clash that's not like the others, and the throw is one of the most precise.
Yeah, and for the first race that I've seen personally, Ape has lost his girlfriend here. He's going to have to take a much slower 2-on.
Yeah. I think they might have both got fakeless.
Really?
No, Krypton did. Chainsaw, he might have got one.
Very clean double jump from Cryptonberry. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what backup... Oh, killing himself. Probably intentional, actually. He might not know the backup.
Yeah, it kind of resets everything.
Oh, not even going for the wrong warp, actually.
Maybe he just thinks it's faster than walking back.
That might actually be true if you're not going for the wrong warp, actually. But it'd be very slight.
Yeah.
Because of that, Cryptonberry more or less 2 full stages ahead here.
Yeah. The stages are short relative to an average stage, of course, so it's not as extreme as it sounds.
Yeah, I suppose full stages is a bit misleading.
Alright, Krypton about 2 short stages ahead.
There you go.
Here we go.
And you'll notice these guys are often swapping Kongs as they go to the goalpost, just to optimize each level. You want to use different Kongs for different situations, but generally Diddy is the faster one. Oh my, it's in a loop there with the swirly barrel.
Those barrel shots not to be underestimated, for sure. Onto the Bone Sword. Maybe not the hardest boss, but maybe one of the hardest bosses to optimize in the game.
Yeah, it's that pit of lava is pretty big. It's easy to fall into it, especially if you go for lava fly.
Oh, yeah. So that's actually what I was about to say is...
Where was the cannonball off the screen?
Your mistakes in this boss often won't kill you, but they do waste a lot of time. Oh, that is one
That's the
counterexample
lava
to what
fly
I
right
said.
there. And that's what happens when it goes
That
wrong.
was dirty strat skipping.
That's very unfortunate. He's still ahead though. Mainly due to the hothead hop. The chainsaw got.
Little bonk there.
Will he go for the... Yes, he is going for it again. Says, no, that trick is mine. I'm gonna get it. And he does. Lowering the sword early. Because you can't even spawn these hooks until he lunges at you. Chainsaw opting out of the lava fly, which really doesn't cost too much time. It only saves about 4 seconds. Krypton on his splits, getting a 607 World 2. Which makes sense considering what happened with Cleaver. Oh my, Chainsaw having problems with Cleaver. He just needs to hit him one more time before he hits Chainsaw one more time.
Oh no.
Oh, and the worst thing possible could have happened. No. Yikes.
Yeah, we were talking last race about the ways to die that lose the most time. That's the way to lose the absolute most time on this fight is just to die in the last hit.
Yeah. Krypton doing a pretty exciting level here at the Rhino. He's now going to begin the first really straightforward, just rolling and jumping as Diddy. That's what a huge portion of this game is like. Ooh my. Yikes, Cleaver still being a pain for ChainsawApe.
Yeah, lots of things in this game are easier with Diddy. Cleaver is not one of them at all.
If an ape if a chainsaw wielding ape went up against a sword wielded by a fiery hand, who do you think would win? I hope it's the ape.
I imagine it would be the ape. Oh geez, taking a very similar death.
Oh no.
Yikes.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, he keeps trying to jump up with Diddy into the sword, and you really just can't do that safely.
And he was taking it so safe as well the second time around, right up to that point.
That's all it really takes in this game is one risk that doesn't pay off to turn everything around. Unfortunately, Chainsaw was already behind.
Yeah, he could have caught up with Cleaver too, given Krypton's mistake.
Yeah, I'd be surprised how many times people die to Cleaver in races. And when you die to him so early on, it can have an impact on later parts in the run. Cryptonberry down to only Diddy for the end of Glimmers. It's not outside the realm of possibility that he could have a problem, but it looks like he's fine here.
Yeah, not too scary, especially at Krypton's level.
And now he has Diddy in front for one of Diddy's most exciting levels here. Lots of
what I call
death.
the first truly hard level in the game.
Yeah. This kills a lot of runs.
And it's so terrible because you spend so much time in PB attempts resetting on Worlds 1 and 2, and then you finally get to World 3, and then there's just this level almost immediately.
Gotta do it sometime. Better now than later.
True. Yeah, I'd rather die here than Chain Link Chamber.
Yeah, they were just talking about that on the Smash the Record race. One of the main reasons to do the harder levels first is just so you know how to reset sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Krypton taking the end of this very safe, and I do not blame him at all.
Yeah, even safer than I did. Goodness gracious.
Great ball of fire.
That does show how dangerous a little crockhead can be, though. You take the ending as safe as possible.
Yeah, normally you would skip every other crocodile hit. The first of 2 levels we use readily here for Krypton. This is the easier one where you're going horizontally. Later we'll see him going vertically using some very impressive glitches. I could see using the top sail too.
A little bit of a weird damage hit there. Not too punishing considering there's a DK barrel right after. But certainly not normally a place you see someone taking damage.
Yeah, and the animation on getting your Kong back changes depending on if you're throwing a barrel, if you touch a barrel in the air, or if you touch it as an animal. And if you take damage as one of the animal buddies, the barrel animation is very fast. So minimal time loss. See a lot of damage boosting as animals throughout this game. Here's one of the more interesting damage boosts in the whole game. It tends to give you a lot of height here.
Yeah, I love talking about this stage just because it's so awful casually and looks nothing like how you would play it casually in speedrun. Just like that, we're out.
Ooh, he barely got the throw. That's good though. He was able to get out of slime climb very fast.
As long as it works.
Yeah, it's funny. Normally going for things to the last second in this game is optimal, but there it's just kind of scary.
Trying to often shoot the barrel as soon as you enter it. There's a precise frame window. Before it faces another direction, then you have to wait for a pretty long time. Taking a damage boost to get through that beam, setting up for Vine Clip. As ChainsawApe goes through Crackhead, hoping to survive.
Gets the
well.
Vine Clip. Very nice. Ooh, Chainsaw slows him a little bit and doesn't seem to know how to recover.
It's early revenge of the girlfriend. This is a level where it's much easier as Dixie, but many times faster as Diddy. Yikes. He fell. I believe he got midway though.
He did.
Just to answer a question from the chat real quick. There's how long is the tournament going to be? There's 7 rounds, at least in the winner's bracket, and it's predicted to go till midway through December. Actually, a little bit later than that.
Yeah. There's almost 64 entrants in the whole tournament, so you get to see all kinds of different players.
Something I'm actually wondering about grand finals is if the person coming up from losers wins the first round and resets the bracket, will the run back happen immediately, or will there be another round scheduled?
They'll probably do the losers finals and the grand finals the same stream, I think. That's often how they do it with these tournaments.
That's pretty exciting.
And with things like mystery tournaments and whatnot.
ChainsawApe has to be extremely careful here. He is on only one more death.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Will he visit Wrinkly?
Nope, going right back.
Everything is on the line here. If he dies
risky.
again, the race is over for him, unfortunately. Let's hope he can pull through.
We did see a game over
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
earlier today as well.
Sorry, ChainsawApe.
Yeah, considerably later, though.
Not like this. GG. It's like he's got an image for that.
Looks like we'll be having a showcase from Krypton from here on out. He just made it past one of the few points in this game you can soft lock or crash, so it's actually very good. Exercising, very difficult honey climbing here. Alright, Krypton entering target terror, where he has only one job to do, just one thing he must do.
Apparently pause is the idea. This is setting up for RNG manipulation.
And Krypton questioning whether or not he has to continue the run with it. He would certainly need to, just in the off chance that he would game over too, which would result in a tie.
Because technically, if ChainsawApe didn't forfeit and started from scratch again, could still have a chance to win.
Yeah, he could dot on forfeit, and things would be very interesting in this tournament.
Which is not actually, like, people do that, we haven't seen it this tournament, but in other games, other tournaments, people will start from scratch again if they die, on the off chance that the other runner also game overs.
He could start over if he wanted, but he's already forfeited. And he would have been 15 minutes in the red from the get-go. It could end up being a very long run.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the rules technically are on this situation, but certainly it would be uncontested if Krypton just finished the run. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. No, in general, you have to finish the run for it to count.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. That's good. He's getting a lot of exposure here. Be sure to give these runners follows.
Yeah.
Swag balloon, there you go. That was his one job, and he nailed it.
Got him.
Coming up on Brambler. Hoping not to miss the wrong warp here. Alright, taking safe ropes as he didn't quite have the rhythm from the start of that rope climb. You need to climb that rope in a very particular way for the wrong warp to work. Setting out the IDs and memories, which he will manipulate with his throw, teleporting him out of the level.
Yep, gets a little bit of a late clash, but it doesn't matter as long as he gets the invisible barrel pretty much and has the right IDs set up.
He did that intentional clash on purpose to make it a little bit safer as he gets the jump properly.
Race level doesn't have a midway barrel, so dying here can be both quite comical and costly.
Depending on which guy kills you.
I believe that's George Carlin, is it not?
Spelling Kong. Shoutouts to Spelling Kong.
Shoutouts to spelling.
Yeah. Sometimes you spell con instead of full word, and you just spell it wrong because con is spelled with a C.
It's just like a
The
double
other
whammy.
racer did
You
not
both.
quit. He game overed.
Ooh, going for a. I believe this is called the Christmas strat.
Is that relatively fast, or is it just incredibly safe?
It's certainly faster
Certainly
than
not
taking the
incredibly
invincibility barrel.
You can either go over all the eagles, under all of them, sort of halfway between, or take the invincibility barrel. Really, 4 ways you can take that part.
Is there a tutorial for that one? Because I want to upgrade my strats there.
I'm not sure.
Nail's the wrong word.
It's the optimal way to do that section would be going under, but it's very risky.
Well, it says it's slower, but is it slower than getting the invincibility barrel?
Oh wait, that was intentional. Never mind. I'm taking a damage boost there.
You were legitimately scared for a moment.
Yeah, I looked away briefly, and next thing I saw was damage taken. That Ramby section here can occasionally troll you. More straightforward, it may appear at first glance, because it seems that no matter when you jump, you tend to be safe, even though you're going really fast.
Yeah, the bees are well scattered throughout the area, so you can pretty much never fall through.
And they can't really hurt you. Entering
I think
the
that's
king. Never sleep on the king. This boss is known for killing good runs, just because you missed a few of those hits and then everything goes out of control.
I missed one shot there and almost lost to Kong as a result. Then takes damage seemingly on purpose. That must have been a mistake, though.
Well, it's actually nice that you put that there, because everyone just arriving is going to wonder. Almost a 22-minute World 4, still a very solid start. Could be seeing a cut the twig pace here, which is sub 44-16 and often sought after goal in this game.
Definitely doable.
These muscular dudes are impossible to dodge, as you can see. And yep, very difficult to dodge those guys. Fortunately, you don't take damage the first time you hit one, but they can kind of bounce you around sometimes, and then they end up hurting you.
If they walk into you and you're standing still, then do you take damage, or do they still bounce off?
That's
probably not
relevant.
relevant.
I haven't let that
Never
happen.
standing still.
Oh my, he goes for the despawn of the cloak, but it does not work. I think he might have had to face left a little longer. There's a lot of camera manipulation in this game. Just by changing directions, the camera will move, which is used to do some of the wrong warp setups as well as despawning enemies.
Yeah, or respawn, causing them to spawn later so you can roll into them.
Or force the camera to scroll right for a while to scroll it, as it were.
Ride your skull update. Tupac's library here. last roller coaster level. And actually the most technical, with each jump being carefully planned out. It looks like cryptonberry has done his research.
Yeah, each jump's
And
saving
he
a
is
very small
jumping
fraction
when
of a
he needs
second,
to.
but adding up at the end.
Can generally afford to hit one of the minus barrels, but not two. So it does depend on which one you hit. Some of them only take away a second or two. Dodging both of those bees, very difficult. The hitbox for those bees are actually pretty lean to the right. I guess it's because they wanted the stinger to be the most dangerous part. The stinger actually extends further than the sprite would imply.
Yeah, very frustrating playing it casually and often even in the speedrun.
Yeah, you really got to learn to jump later than you think.
Yeah.
Not that getting one hit is bad, exactly. Getting two hits is bad.
Tupac is dead, and that's why, yeah, he's seeing his ghost.
And whenever the ghost disappears, he's actually just changing his bandana.
It's like how K. Rool is actually canonically the same boss in all three games, even though it has three different names.
For sure.
Blew my mind when I learned that.
Bunch of aliases.
Krypton going for some cool strats and Gusty Glade, skipping midway and using the wind to his advantage pretty well. Doing some risky rolls here, and trying to jump on the hooks as early as possible. That team throw there was not necessary to get to the barrel, but he did that in order to set up a wind cycle skip. Alright, this is Gauntlet of World 5, I guess. The last two levels and the boss itself are well known for causing deaths.
Pretty
You can
difficult.
see why, for sure, in this level.
That's the scariest part of this for me, is just landing on that small portion of the ledge. Probably the scariest for most people, if I had to say.
Very well done. Did he headbutt at the end damage boost to get through the final beast?
Gets the G.
Now Webwood's everyone's favorite. Sadly, it's often not a matter of if you will die in this level, it's just a matter of when.
Going for the reverse commentator's curse. 2 races in a row, Canis.
He's trying to make sure we get the best times possible.
Canis is all about that donkey science.
Oh, interesting.
That was interesting.
The web just kind of came out of his head.
Yeah, probably just a bad input there.
Yeah. Doesn't cost him anything. That happened over top of a pit. Could have been bad.
Doing the eagle pit, he's going for the middle of the ground struts. Wow. There's actually a lot of ways you can handle that part. That's the sort of fast, sort of safe way. And going for a very consistent ending.
Yeah, it looks like he might have shot a platform off screen there and didn't really know what was going on for a second, but recovered very nicely.
Yeah, I thought I heard something, but didn't see a web, so. Range.
R2 being a surprising source of time loss. Most people
Well,
don't
it's the
really
only
think
boss in
about
this
the
game that
ropes
has
too
true
much.
platforming.
The ropes here can sort of lose a surprising amount of time if you compare like best possible ropes to like the worst possible ropes.
The worst reasonably possible ropes. I can go slower than you think.
Looks like he should be through. Will he make it? Alright,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's where it
last
scared me
throw
a
was
bit.
nice and clean. Moving over to the platform, which is a little bit higher, so that he gets that coin a few frames earlier.
Yep.
Now Arctic. Time for Engard to the shine. Our favorite fish buddy likes to say ow ow. Who, for the record, does not have a cute face.
Wow, that's really harsh.
We're gonna have to
Actually,
get a straw poll in here, because clearly there's disagreement.
Yeah, it's not getting hit in Arctic so far. Oh, that charge far to the left, so he could have bonked on the corner, but he did not. Very clean Arctic so far.
yeah, a lot of small things in this stage that are very scary, and 2 of them in a row can kill you.
And can he hit the target in such a way that he doesn't get the fanfare? And he does.
Probably one of the cleanest Arctics I've seen in the tournament so far.
Yeah, that was impressive. And for Windy Well, there's about 3 parts in this level where you can either do it safe or really dangerous. He's doing it really dangerous here. Not getting the infamous Paco coin.
I think you mean the famous Paco coin.
He does get that coin though.
Not the banana bunch. Feels bad.
Oh, I've never seen that strat before. That's very cool.
Yeah, that seemed like a faster way of doing strats that I would do if I only had one Kong at that point. Very unique.
He's got to make a choice here. Does he want to live that thug life? Or does he want to opt out of Ghetto Beast?
Well, he ran away from Tupac's mixtape, so... Oh no.
Wow, he got Ghetto Beast, but then he
feels
got
bad.
capped immediately after.
Does that count as being part of the thug life? Or
I think that's the revenge of Tupac, personally.
yeah.
So because he got hit there, he needs to go back into a level for DK Barrel to set up the glitch in the next level. Let's see if he can press pause on the same frame that he grabs the DK Barrel. No, if you press pause the instant you grab the barrel, you can start select without the barrel opening animation.
Definitely optimal.
Ooh, gets 0 bananas, not
getting
hungry
any
at all.
bananas. Yeah, what? That's just how
2.
thuggy is. So, object of this level is to not take any damage and don't destroy this barrel. And some people did not know that you can't set the, or that you can set the barrel down as children. I certainly didn't know. But yeah, if you just hold down as you release Y instead of throwing, you'll just set it down.
I learned by listening to commentary of my own race that you should pick this barrel up at certain points to reduce lag.
Yeah, I think the barrel counts as a different sprite. Unless you're holding on to it, then the sprites merge.
Yeah, that's my understanding as well since learning that.
This is the last hook he needs to dodge, followed by 2 Bs, which usually easy to dodge. Every once in a while, their pattern will be a little bit different, and you'll unexpectedly get hit. There we go. Now intentionally taking damage to summon the goalpost.
It was a little far to the right for comfort, but still gets it. If you're too far to the right, you can actually just instantly die.
Entering the final gauntlet here. No more breaks except K-roll.
Is Clapper's really a gauntlet level, though? It's not that hard.
It's not hard, but I consider it part of it because Castle Crush is...
Castle Crush is sort of the pause, and then you just have to go hard. That makes sense.
But, I mean, really, what we're afraid of is Chain Link Chamber and Toxic Tower, mostly.
Yeah, for sure.
Sprint is no joke either.
Right, the gauntlet is really Chain Link Chamber.
And Sprint is just a big joke.
It's not good for gentleman strats.
He threw his goal.
I just gotta go fast.
For the fans.
Yeah. Alright, so for a first try Chain Link Chamber here. So it's one of the last things that can cause problems.
Yeah, other than taking damage in Windy Well, this has been a very clean run since the end of World 4.
Yeah, certainly. Alright, so
And a pretty good run in general.
Manipulate this clobber to get an invisible object, and this cannon teleports him out.
Very well done.
Not doing all of the double jumps.
This level, if done correctly, you can outpace that green poison that's following you so much, but oftentimes what you'll see is going for those strats, you just end up falling all the way down anyway. Fortunately, that did not happen to Krypton.
Speaking of things we thought as children, I almost thought for a while that the toxic, as we call it, had rubber band AI, and I was worried about going too fast. Thankfully, that's not true.
Oh wow. Last set of bees here. So the end of this run is very bird heavy. Got 2 levels back to back where you have to do some pretty precise piloting.
I think all the levels that involve the parrot are the hardest levels in the game, personally.
Yeah, definitely. You got animal antics.
Well, some of them not because they involve the parrot.
Survives the boss of World 6, moving on to the final level.
It's titled World 7 in all caps.
As this pirate who lives in a castle hops into a zeppelin.
An air pirate, man.
Keeping the DK barrel because of the... he almost changed it. Wow, he went back in to get the DK barrel. Going for the jump.
Oh no!
Oh my, and he dies the rope. Props for going for it. That was awesome. So you saw there he went for the jump and he got the first part, but the ropes are actually the more difficult part.
I was about to say, I bet he'll go for the jump again, and he does, but...
He's got 16 more attempts, you know?
Yeah, he can take as many tries as he wants.
Yeah, we do know that he knows that his opponent has forfeited, so... Hey, there we go.
One does not simply give up on the jump.
I'm not sure what that was.
Unless you're sane.
It almost seems like he's dying on purpose.
To show us to jump as many times as possible.
And here you see why this trick is such a bad idea. He's going for it. Yeah. You must be having fun.
I hope so.
Yeah, because all of those deaths were pretty
It's not like
surprising.
you get the barrel at the beginning level or anything.
Despawns it.
Sixth
Here we
try
go.
was not the charm. He didn't feel it, so he went for the normal strat of despawning the cloak.
When those two bees don't spawn after breaking open that chest, they actually do spawn. You just can't see them. So I took a hit there, and it was surprising.
Crypton's a little sick of dying. Goes for that barrel.
In case anyone's wondering, the way you skip the race with that blackbird is to fly over top of him.
Yeah, and the main advantage of that is that you get to hear the Sticker Brush Symphony longer.
Alright, a little
According
risky
to the
here.
chat, we've broken an important barrier on this channel. We now have over 1 million views on speed gaming,
Nice.
which I think is incredibly
Congratulations.
awesome.
Alright, looks like he handled the end very well there. Didn't do the B-ring skip, which probably would have been a problem, so it's a good thing he didn't.
So at this point, he's guaranteed to do the Blue Ditty.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if you're going for the jump, then Blue Ditty's just assumed.
I want to see somebody else do the KBZ Red Ditty roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's an established rule that you can only go for the jump 4 times.
So, Canis, do you want to talk about the speed tech in this boss fight?
Well, it's really straightforward. You just want to throw the cannonball as soon as he starts his suction. And there's different cues for setting up each one. So this phase, for example, you can really throw the cannonball as soon as you pick it up, depending on how far away from him you are. But Crypton just played it safe there. This next phase, on the other hand, is totally different kind of cue. I listened for the bounces, and when you hear the last bounce, it means the last cannonball went off the screen, and that's when he's going to start the vacuum.
Very nice throw.
Nice, very well done. He clearly knows a cue for that timing. You didn't see hardly any of the pink dust. What do we qualify that as dustless? Like I
You said
saw
that
a single frame.
you have to throw as soon as K-roll starts sucking, but oftentimes that's not visible. In fact, I don't actually think if you go for a truly optimal fight that it's ever visible. So it's a lot of different audio and visual cues, right?
Yeah, they're all a little different.
That jump there is an example.
Yep. Set it up perfectly. Now we find out if he does the elusive Blue Ditty strat, aka Jedi Ghosts, aka Star Wars projections. He has both Kongs in blue mode, but keeping Ditty in front.
How many names will we have for this by the end of the tournament?
Force is with them.
I think Blue Ditty.
No! Screws it up the same way as he's in.
I wonder, will he keep Dixie? No, he insists that
Weird
Ditty
loss.
has the Kong for this fight. Now he'll be dodging these. Oh my! Don't.
Oh, goes for the Red Ditty roll.
He tried
for the
the
jump
Blue
roll
Ditty
there.
tech for the
Oh
red
no!
clouds.
No,
but
that's the Red
unfortunately
Ditty
that
roll.
does not work.
That's
He
what
would not have
KBZ
remained
did.
red.
It's super hype.
That is what KBZ did.
2 races in a row, we see someone solo Dixie in the final phase of K-Roll races.
Hopefully no purple Dixie.
Purple. No, he's going for it. No, he's not. Dang it. I thought he was going to stand still.
What do you mean, dang it? Please.
Alright, let's see how he handles this. This is a very tense situation.
Purple Ditty is the true legend strat. Purple Dixie, I mean.
Yeah,
Solo.
he's got it down. He knows how to avoid it.
Just needs to dodge this one last cannonball. Pretty easy as Dixie. GG to Cryptonberry.
GG.
44-43.
Probably would have cut the twig if he didn't do the
Oh,
jump
he absolutely
4
would have
times.
went for the jump. But if he had gotten the jump, then he would have gotten world record, so it's a worthy risk.
Yeah, this is true. World record's free if you get the jump, so you gotta
Take
try
notes,
it every
kids.
time.
All right, give these runners a follow. Let's see if we can get Cryptonberry in here for an interview.
Yeah, unfortunate that Chainsaw unfortunately had to game over so early, but still a pretty good display from Cryptonberry.
Yeah, it's the way the game is laid out, you tend to not have many lives throughout worlds 1 through 3. But once you
Yeah.
hit world 4, for some reason, you seem to get a bunch.
We actually saw Alanim earlier in this tournament intentionally pick up extra lives because he was worried about gaming over. Maybe something to consider if you're a new runner racing this game.
Yeah,
It's
there's actually a
totally
few other
valid.
runners do that as well.
And it looks like we won't have an interview, unfortunately. But if you're listening, congratulations, Cryptonberry.
Yeah, congrats.
Appreciate
Congrats.
both runners coming out tonight. And of course, all the viewers. The next race will be in an hour and 8 minutes between Bright Wolves and Feast 0324.
2 hours, 8 minutes,
Who
right?
is,
Hours, I was
I
gonna
believe,
say,
the only
not that
Japanese
surely.
runner in this tournament.
That's not
Very
true.
excited to see how he
Chico
does.
actually a
He's the
Japanese
number
runner
3
also.
seed.
One of the few Japanese runners, for sure. The only Japanese runner in the tournament with a 40. 4th seed in the tournament, I think?
Third, I believe.
He's number 3. No, wait. Yeah, number 3.
Literally better than Canis.
Jeez.
Yeah, you got me. 2 seconds. I should have gone for the jump.
Gone for the jump, take
If I had
notes.
gone for the jump, he would be tied. But yeah, I guess we're going to cut the stream. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
For about an hour from now, you're in for a great race.
Yeah, thank you all for helping us pass 1 million views on this channel, and thank you for continuing to support this marathon and this tournament. We hope to see you in all of these matches in the future.